Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. We are back on the series where I talk about my RTA units and how I rune them, what I prioritize, and how I believe you guys should rune them when you pull them or if you have them. So I'm getting a lot of more love with this series. It looks like people like these guides, account improvement videos, account review videos. Again, hope you guys smash that like button for this video so that this video will be exposed to more viewers out there and more Summoners War players could watch my video. I used them a lot in the past season, however I did make some changes this season. I don't know how much more I'm going to use them or how many times I'm going to use them this season. I really don't have a specific playstyle. I'm not sure how I should use them, where I should take them out right now. So I'm still confused myself, but I did build them differently. So we're going to be talking about that. I hope you guys enjoy this one. And let's get into the video. So we're in the RTA screen, in the RTA runing screen, and you can see that all the runes that I have in Oki is off. The only stats that are added is from the artifacts. But there's a couple ways that you could rune the Oki. Let's say 1 year ago or 2 years ago, Oki was mostly on Swift. You'll put like one of your fastest Swift runes on him, and he'll move first to reset, like the Vanessa, which was a very popular pick a few seasons back, or like the Fran, which also was a very popular pick a few seasons back. And if you reset them, the game was probably favorable to your side. However, the meta has changed greatly, and resetting one unit was not enough, and things have changed. With his single target strip and reset, it became less impactful in current battles. That is my opinion. I might be totally wrong. I don't know how higher tier players are using Oki. I'm pretty sure Oki is still a very popular pick in different builds. However, I think the Swift Oki kind of died out. So what I did last season was go with the Violent Oki. And when I talk about both of these builds, I'm referring to a Violent Will build. I think Will should be the other set that you go with. However, if you are in a lower early game, early mid-game tier, then your subset could really be anything else that could give you the most stats. However, Violent Will is the way you should go if you are slow. So Violent Will is a must, and Swift Will is not a must. If you could get your Okeanos much faster on a Swift Broken set, then I would say it makes sense to go that route. However, if not, if your speed of Oki is similar from a Swift Will and a Swift Broken set, then obviously you prefer the Swift Will set. The thing you focus on first, that prioritize the most, is speed. So you want to get your Oki as fast as possible because you still want him to go fairly early to get a strip reset. The thing is, if you go Violent, you're probably taking the second turn and going for the strip reset, while if you're going strip, you're fighting for first turn to strip reset a unit on the opponent's side. And the stats after this, it really depends on what your build is going to be. If your build is going to be Violent, your party stats kind of change, because when you're going a Violet build, you're most likely going for a crit damage build. But it's not like that for all the case. But Violent Will is more like a damage Oki where you could dish out more damage. So the stat you prioritize is speed, HP attack, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, and then defense. I think that's the order that you would go with. And because you're going a crit damage route, you definitely want some crit rate, which is like 70%. And then, or 60-70%, it really depends on how people prioritize crit rate. If you believe you're gonna still crit many times with 60% crit rate, people could ruin him for 60%. However, if you question critting with a 60% rate, then you want to bump it up to 70, and some people even give him 80. I tend to go the 70% route and try to focus more on HP attacks, so he's tankier and he does more damage. It's speed, HP attack, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy. You still want like at least 30% accuracy. That's my minimum. Some people will say that's still too low. You want at least 40% or 50%, and it's really up to you, but for me it's 40. Really, you have to give yourself your own guidelines as you build up your team, because your runes have a limit. You can't get all the stats, so you need to know what you at least want and then go from there. And if you don't, you're not gonna be able to build anything. So for me, accuracy is like 30%, crit rate's like 70, and crit damage is like 130. I don't expect the 150, but like the 130 is minimum. And then a lot of HP, I think at least plus 15k is something I like. And for attack, like plus, 400 or 500, or even 600. I think I like the plus 600. And then speed, if it's on violent, I liked it at least plus 160. I think that was my minimum for myself. However, if you're in early game or mid game, all your stats, all these priority stats will be deducted by like 10-20%. However, if you're going a swift route, again, I think the priority is a little different. So again, speed will be the same. Speed is number 1. HP is number 2. But now I don't know if you need a lot of attack, because I don't think you're gonna go for a crit rate, crit damage, Oki. So I will say speed, HP, and speed, HP, and then accuracy, attack, defense, and then crit rate, crit damage. If you can't get crit damage, that's fine, because you're not really going for the damage route Oki. You're going for the control Oki. And I'm gonna show you how I built my Oki this time, which is a lot different. If you guys are interested in my old Okeanos build, please look at my old RTA videos that I have on the channel, because I show my runes there and talk about how I use them. So this is my Oki route right now, and it's kind of weird, right guys? Because my priority stats don't look that right. And you're right. It's just a limitation of my runes. Again, I do have priority stats. I do want more of this and that. However, I just can't get that with the speed that I'm giving it. The thing is, I want my Oki to move first, and I want it to have one of my fastest set on Violent Will. And if I want him to have this speed, I need to make sacrifices and everything else. So let's talk about it right now. So I went for its speed, and so you see that right now. The second thing that's most important for a Swift Oki is the HP. But why is it so low? Because my slot 6, my fastest rune, is a defense rune. So I can't make any sacrifices here. Because I want the speed, I have to take this rune, which is why my HP is not there. Instead, the defense is really high, again, because the slot 6 is a defense rune. Attack is a little low, but again, that's fine, because this is an Okeanos that is not doing damage. But then, when I say that, why is my Oki on 100 crit rate? And that is because my fastest Swift rune is a slot 4 crit rate rune. So I had no other choice but to give it this rune. I really need to, give these legend grinds here, right here, and here. And probably the legend grind right here, I'm not sure, but I'm debating. But as you can see, I need to make some upgrades because this is my fastest rune. I really wish this was a slot for HP rune, then it would be great. My crit rate will be around the 50% range. My HP will get what, like 5,000 more HP, which I'm very more comfortable with for Okeanos. But because right now for Oki, he's too vulnerable. If he gets defense broken, he's dead. Like a Barba just could straight up one-shot him. So I know the flaws of my Oki, guys. But yeah, guys, put it in the comment below. Tell me what's wrong with my Oki, what I should do. And let me know, because I love to take criticism, I like to take advice, and I would like to make changes. So my accuracy is only 30%, but really for a Swift Oki that's for control, you want it higher. And I do think I'm getting some more accuracy from my artifacts. I'm not sure. I might just be getting more damage by all these stats. So we'll check that out. But yeah, this Oki does not fit my criteria, because the one criteria that I focused on was speed. And everything else I just got the minimum of. So HP, I'm definitely off by a lot. I want at least 3,000 more HP, so I have to work on that. Either grinding these runes or getting a better rune somewhere. Like this one, I have to grind it. It really depends. The crit rate being 100% is a plus. It wasn't my first priority, but that's fine. And it's only a plus because this is a crit rate rune. But having 30% accuracy was the thing I had to sacrifice, and that was the minimum I was okay with. So that's accuracy right there. And yeah, everything else seems fine. So now let's look at the artifacts, what I focused on. You can see that I focused on skill 3 crit damage plus 10%. I didn't focus on this actually. It came with the artifacts that I went with. It looks like I did not go with any accuracy artifacts or accuracy stats from the artifacts. Instead, I went with additional damage by all these other stats. So damage dealt on wind is fine because he's fire. He's gonna crit on wind, or I don't know. This is really a lost stat. I don't like that stat. Let's not talk about that. I like all these other stats. Additional damage by HP. This doesn't help that much because my HP is pretty low. Additional damage by attack, 14%. Again, this doesn't help that much because my attack is pretty low. Additional damage by speed. This helps a little, but it's kind of low, 71%. You really want those OP ones that have like 200% of speed. So this one's not helping that much either. And finally, additional damage by defense of 3%. This 3% is still low, but my defense is pretty high, so this is not that bad. And finally, skill 3 crit damage 10% is also not that bad because I do have 100 crit rate, so he's going to do 85 crit damage if he uses skill 3. If I want to fully utilize him as a control Oki, I think I need to put artifacts on skill 3 or skill 2 so I could actually get those stuns, get those resets, so on and so forth. So yeah guys, that was Oki. I don't know what you guys think. Again, please put in the comment below what you guys think is wrong with my Oki, what I should fix, what I should go for. Maybe I should kill his speed a little to get these other stats. I don't know. Just let me know because I know something's wrong with my Oki, or maybe it's fine. I'm not exactly sure, but this is the Oki. This is a unit where I only focused on one criteria because it is on a Swift set, and that is speed. Because of speed, everything else is all the other stats are limited to the minimum stats that I'm okay with. I don't know if this is the way that you should rune units, but that's the way I went. So if you guys agree with this way of runing, then yeah, that's great. I don't know how well it works. But if it's not, and if this is not the way higher tier players rune units, then please let me know and tell me what's wrong. Tell me what I should fix, and I'll see if I could do that with my runes. But yeah guys, that was it. That was Okeanos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please smash that like button and make it blue so that this video will be exposed to more viewers out there, especially Summoners War viewers out there. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.